homeschooling Grammy, and today I've been tagged. That's right, I've been tagged by Ingrid over at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles, and the name of this tag is the Gratitude Tag, and this tag was initially started by Mariah over at the Babcocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to Mariah's channel down in my description box, and I'm also going to leave a link to Ingrid's channel over at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles, since she is the one who tagged me. So what I need to do is I need to list 10 things that I'm grateful for. So if you're interested, make sure that you stick around and we'll get started. Okay, so anyways, before I get to my little list, and I wrote them down, so I have a cheat sheet, but I just wanted to say I think that this comes at the perfect time. This will be my last video for VEDA, which is video every day in the month of April. And what better way to end something that's really ended up being so awesome than to talk about the things that I'm grateful for and that I have gratitude for. So yeah, I just thought that this was pretty cool, comes right at the right time, because I'm truly grateful for all of you who have subscribed to my channel and all the people that come by on a regular basis and leave comments and just, you know, watch my content. It really means a whole lot to me. So now we'll get started for real. Number one, first and foremost, is I am so grateful for the salvation that I have in Jesus Christ. There's nothing that tops it in my life, because without Him, nothing else would exist, would matter. So I am most grateful to Jesus. Okay, so number two is I am so very grateful for answered prayers. So many of them that have happened within even the last, 4 or 5 months. But I'm just so grateful for answered prayers, especially those concerning my health. And I'm going to tie in the fact of all these people who prayed for me. And it's because of your prayers and, God hearing you, and He answered those prayers, and I'm so very grateful. So on to number three is I am so grateful for these wonderful friendships that I have developed on this platform, on this YouTube platform. Friendships, some of them that I never saw coming, that I never would have imagined ever, that something so beautiful could happen from a decision that seemed so random at the time. So yeah, just absolutely so blessed, so grateful for beautiful friendships. Okay, so number four ties in with friendships, and it also ties in with answered prayers. So, in this journey that I have been on this last year that I've been part of the YouTube community, and then in this most recent journey with the diagnosis of this lovely illness that I now live with, God, like I said, has answered so many prayers in so many different ways, and He's brought so many wonderful people into my life. And so one of the desires of my heart is that I wanted to be able to take time to go and to meet some of these people and to hug them. I'm going to try not to cry, and to thank them in person, because truly you all have no idea how much your prayers, how much messages and comments and, texting and all of these things, how much it has done for me to help me cope on a day-to-day basis. And so one of the desires of my heart has been to meet some of these people in person, and I'm actually going to be doing that really, really soon. Yeah, we're going to be leaving really, really soon, and it's terrifying because I'm a huge introvert, but it's exciting, and it's an answered prayer all at the same time, and I'm so blessed, and it's surreal for me. And all of you all know who you are, and yeah, this is gonna be really cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so on to number 5. And you know what? Mine are kind of all like, I'm noticing that like they're kind of rolling off of each other. So number 5 is I am so, I'm like so grateful to live my life again. Because I wasn't living my life for what seemed like a very long time. And just like the things that you take for granted, like going outside, being able to walk across the room, being able to sit up, all these things that you just don't think about on a daily basis, that answered prayer, it all goes back to answered prayer that now I'm able to do. And I'm able to do it so much so that we're going to be hopping in our car and we're going to be traveling down the East Coast. That's mind-blowing to me. That is a God thing. It's mind-blowing. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just so grateful that I have my life back. And I still have difficulties. But it's better. It's way better. It's way better than I imagined it would be at one point. Because at one point I never thought that I would have any semblance of normalcy in my life again. So yeah, I'm so grateful to have my life back. Okay, so on to number 6 is provision. Provision in ways that are just craziness. Because when you ever look at like money coming in and you're like, how does that work? That's God. And provision that I am able to get what I need, basically, to get what I need. And I mean that in a way that the way that I am treating my illness, insurance doesn't cover it. Insurance doesn't cover any of it. And slowly, there are some insurance companies that are starting to recognize that essential oils and supplements really are a way to go. And they are starting to cover at least a very tiny portion. I mean, there was, I'm not going to name the insurance company here in the state of New York, but they're like covering like $250 worth of essential oils, which seems minute, and it is minute. But the fact that they're starting to recognize that there is another way that you can treat illnesses, that it doesn't have to be pharmaceutical based. I'm very grateful for that. I'm so grateful for the provision that somehow we are able every single month that God provides in order that I will be able to use all of the essential oils that are necessary for me to keep this beast under control, and all of the supplements that I take on a daily basis, and for the nutritious food. Because, you know, when you change your diet and you go more of a natural approach to your diet where it's lots of fruits and vegetables and those kinds of things, it's more expensive. The craziness in this country is that it's very backwards. It's cheaper to go, you know, get a hamburger at McDonald's than it is to go buy yourself a salad. And it's just, I'm just so grateful. That's all I got to say with that. I'm just like so grateful for the provision. And so grateful that somehow, thanks to God, that we are able to have what I need each and every single month. Okay, so number 7 is that I am so grateful that I have a loving, caring, merciful God who picks me up over and over and over and over again, so that no matter how hard life gets, no matter what happens, that He is there to pick me up. Pick me up when I can't pick myself up. Pick me up when I am like what I call the dark place. Or he has sent people into my life, or He has created circumstances, or in the case of essential oils, He literally answered a prayer within 5 minutes of me crying out to Him. Literally cried out to Him, saying, I'm going to believe you, God. I'm going to believe that you have another way for me and that you have an answer. And it happened so very quickly. That prayer was answered within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes of me crying out, literally crying out in front of my husband. And I found out about this regimen that I now use to help treat my illness. Okay, on to number 8. And for some of you, this might sound really strange, but I'm grateful for this illness. And the reason why I am grateful for this illness is because in the midst of my illness, I was brought to such a broken place. Such a broken place that my faith, my love, my trust in God has grown exponentially, because there was really no lower place for me to go. And He was faithful. And He showed up. And I'm grateful for my illness. I'm grateful for my illness because in the depths of this beast that now is part of my life, and I call it the beast. Other people with trigeminal have different names for it, but I call it the beast. It's fitting. It's like a beast. It drew me closer to the Lord. It just made me love Him all the more, because I want people to know what an awesome God I serve, and that He can pull you out of anything. He can pull you out of anything. Doesn't matter what it is. And like I've said before, whether I'm cured of this illness on this side or the next side doesn't really matter. All that matters is my focus. And my focus is on eternity, and the words that I want to hear more than anything else in the whole world is, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Okay, number 9. I'm trying not to make this very long, but it's really hard. Okay, number 9. I am extremely grateful for my YouTube channel. And you know, when I first started this channel, my idea of what was grateful for my channel was totally different than it is now. That I went in it thinking, wow, you know, there's a niche out there. I'm a grandmother who homeschools her grandchild, but I've also homeschooled all of my children, and I thought, I've looked around, and I think I'm almost one of a kind in the YouTube world, and I think maybe I have something to offer. So at the beginning, you know, it was about homeschooling, and it still primarily is about homeschooling, but God has evolved my channel over the course of this last year to mean so much more. To be my outlet with this illness, to be a place of information, because trigeminal is such a rare illness. 0.004% of the population of the world has this illness. It is extremely rare. So this platform is a beautiful place for me to educate people in that respect, to help people in the homeschooling community, and most of all, to share the love of Jesus Christ, which I'm gonna keep saying it. This is not my channel. This channel does not belong to me. It belongs to God, and I want it to honor Him. And I just pray that in the process and in this whole journey, that when people come to my channel, that they don't see me, but they're seeing Jesus. That's what I really want. So number 10, I am so grateful to Christian music. It has pulled me out of dark places. It reminds me of who I am and who I belong to in the Lord. It reminds me that I am not the only one that struggles in the day-to-day, that there's lots of us that struggle, and so many of these songs will touch my very soul and lift me back up. And in the early stages of my illness, when the pain was excruciating, and before I knew of this regimen that I do now, I would put earbuds in my ears, both, you know, and I would turn the music up as loud as it would go. As loud as it would go. For whatever reason, when I would do that, it would penetrate my head and my brain, and it would trick it. It would make it stop. It would make the pain stop for whatever reason. And it was one of the few places that I could go to for relief. And it was a beautiful thing. And it really connected me deeply with the Lord. That was my time that I would just give it to Him. Take all this pain for me, God. Take it. And it would work. For however long. But yeah. And now I can't listen to it nearly as loud. It's kind of a strange thing that has happened. To think of how loud it was in my ears. It's a wonder I had any eardrums left. But it worked and it gave me relief. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to every performer, every artist out there. I hope they know sometimes how much music, Christian music, can touch your soul. Okay, you all. I hope that you were blessed by this gratitude tag. So now it's my turn to tag some channels. And it gives me great pleasure to do it because I'm really excited to hear from these ladies. All of these ladies are beautiful, beautiful ladies inside and out. And I really love all of their channels. And I'm blessed by them in different ways each and every single day. And I'm going to leave links to all of these ladies' channels. And I have 6 of them, actually, that I'm going to put down in my description box down below, along with Ingrid's and along with Mariah's. So, here we go. The first one, Nett Tina from Nett Tina. Beautiful, beautiful, funny, wonderful ladies. Absolutely love them. Number 2, Emily from M's Essentials. Beautiful soul inside and out. Her also. Oh my goodness, I love Emily. Number 3, Abigail from the Homeschool Hippie. You need to check out her channel too. She's an awesome homeschooling mama, and she's just a beautiful soul inside and out. Number 4, Christy from Off the Grid Streets. I was so happy, Christy, to see you again. You have no idea. Like, I don't know. There was just some kind of a connection for me. I just love Off the Grid Streets. You need to check them out. Number 5, Gina from Peace, Love, and Homeschool. Gina, another wonderful, amazing Christian mama. She's just a beautiful soul too. All these women, just beautiful. And please check out Peace, Love, and Homeschool. And number 6 is Tina. Tina from Lovely Kids Japan. She's my only girl that's not a US resident. Her channel, she's obviously from Japan. That's where she lives. You should check her out. Her little boy Leo is just absolutely adorable. Her channel is fun. And yeah, you won't be sorry. You need to check out Tina. So, okay, y'all. Tag, you're it. God bless. I love you. And I will talk to you again soon.